Hello, in today's video we are going to create a 3D model out of this drawing to exercise the skill on part building. As we can see, this part is a shaft, made out mostly of cylindrical shapes. Let's click on New. Select Metric, and Standard IPT. Let's click on Start a 2D sketch. Select the X and Y plane. Click on the Circle command. Place at the origin of the coordinate system. Press D on the keyboard for dimension, and type the diameter of the first cylinder. Press E on the keyboard for Extrude command. On the Extruding dialog box we see that the profile was automatic selected. We can extrude in different directions. We type the distance we want to extrude. Let's double check with the drawing. Let's do the nest feature. Looking at the drawing, it seems that we made a mistake. The first cylinder diameter is 20 and not 24 as we did. Let's go and fix it. On the browser we click on the plus sign left of the extrusion one to expand it. We right-click on the sketch and select Edit Sketch. Click on the dimension, and enter the right diameter. Right-click and select Finish 2D Sketch. Back in the drawing, we see that the next feature is a cylinder with a chamfer. I'm going to do a cylinder first and take care of the chamfer later. Click on Start 2D Sketch and select the face. Click on Circle and place it at the center. Type the diameter and press Enter. Press E on the keyboard for extruding. Let's see the distance in the drawing. Let's type 58-55 to equate the length of the cylinder. We do the math in the dialog box. Press OK to end command. Back in the drawing, we see that we can do the chamfer together with a snap ring groove and a thread relief in one revolve cut. So let's do the next feature. It is a cylinder and it has two notation for diameter. In this case, two different tolerances. We do not include tolerances in the part shaping, we leave it for the drawing. We just use the nominal diameter. Let's take note of the distance to extrude. Back in the 3D model, we click on Start 2D Sketch, click on Circle and place at the center of the face. Click on D on the keyboard for dimensioning. Click on the circle and type the diameter. Click on E on the keyboard to invoke extruding. On the dialog box type 55-11 to equate the distance. Click OK to finish the command. Back in the drawing, we look for the dimensions of the threaded cylinder. It is a M10, so the diameter is 10 mm and the distance is 11 mm. So we click on Start 2D Sketch and select the face, click on Circle and place on the center of it. Let's dimension it. Press E on keyboard to extrude. For distance type 11, and press Enter to finish command. Back in the drawing, let's see what we have to revolve. Let's take note of the dimensions. So back in the 3D model, we click on Start 2D Sketch, we go to the browser and select the Y and Z plane for the sketch. On the navigation panel, we click on Visual Style, and select Wireframe to be able to see the sketch in the middle of the part. We can click on Project Geometry, or we click on Project Cut Edges, which will highlight the edges cut by the sketch plane. We click on Line command and draw a triangle for the chamfer. To dimension it, we do the math right here. Back in the drawing, let's get the dimensions for the snap ring groove and the thread relief. So on the 3D model, we click on rectangle and place it approximately where the groove goes. Let's apply the dimensions. Back in the drawing, let's get the dimensions for the thread relief. We select rectangle again, and place it where the groove goes. Let's dimension it. Pressing R on the keyboard will invoke the revolving command. We select the profile to revolve. We click on Select Axis, and click on Z-axis as the center of the revolution. The model shows the revolving paths. We can revolve in different directions. We are doing it 360 degrees and we select Cut, click on OK to finish command. On the navigation panel, we select Back Shaded with Edges as Visual Style. Back in the drawing, let's look for the dimensions of the keyway. To create an extrusion normal to a curved surface, we need a plane tangent to it, to place the 2D sketch. Click on the plane command, click on a plane we want to be parallel to, in this case XZ, click on the surface. A plane appears tangent to the cylinder and parallel to the XZ plane. Let's place a 2D sketch on the new plane. Click on Project Cut Edges. Let's select Center to Center Slot. If you dwell on it, a help window shows up explaining how to use the command. Click the first point, then the second, drag out to open, type the width of the slot. Click on Project Geometry, click on the end of the part. Let's dimension the keyway. Press E on the keyboard to invoke extruding, select the geometry. Change the direction. Select Cut, type the distance to extrude. Click OK to end the command. Right-click on the plane, Deselect visibility to hide it. Back in the drawing, let's take a look at the holes we have to create, an M6x1 and a M5x0.8. Both 30 mm deep. Click on the hole command. Place it on the face. Hold and drag the hole crosshair until it snaps to the center of the circular face. Select tapped hole. As thread type we can select anti-metric profile or isometric profile. For the size we select 6, it is already by 1. It is a right-hand thread by default. For termination we have several options, we select distance. For the hole depth we type 30 and for the threaded part 25. Click OK to finish. Let's place the other hole. In this case we will use a 2D sketch to locate it. Place a point in the center of the cylindrical face. Press H on the keyboard to invoke the hole command. A hole is already located on the point we place on the sketch. As the last one is a tapped hole, isometric profile is already selected. Let's get the right size. Let's enter the depths. Click OK to end command. Back in the drawing, let's take note of all the radii and chamfers we have to add. On the 3D model we click on chamfer. Type 0.25. It is the correct type of chamfer, same distance, which matches distance by 45-degree notation on the drawing. Click on the edge, click Apply. Change the distance to 0.5, click on the edge, click OK to finish. Let's do a couple of 0.25 mm we forgot. Let's do now the fillets. Click on the command, enter 0.25 for radius, click on select, and select the edges. Click OK to finish. Let's place the thread. On the Modify panel we click on Thread. Click on the surface where we want it. It already has the right size but we have to select the correct pitch, in this case 0.75. It is a right-hand thread, click OK to end command. Let's see what is left to do. It seems that we missed the fillets on the thread relief, let's add them. Let's change the visual style to realistic. Let's add shadows. This is an exercise video to get you familiar with the commands needed to create a part in Autodesk Inventor. Working with the program, investigating new ways to do a task and consulting the software help will develop further your skills. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video instructive. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.